Welcome to Managing Assemblies Part 2. Let's jump out into Visual Studio now and take a look at how to sign an assembly and how to see the versions and so forth. So I'm in Visual Studio, and notice I'm just running the hashing example. You can run any of them and play with them if you would like, but I want to look in the hashing example. First of all, I want to see that version number. Well, if I go to Project and the hashing example properties right here on the bottom, notice it brings up the application properties. Right here is the assembly information button. Okay, now notice I can manually change these. The file version is totally for our use. The assembly version will be used later by the CLR once we strong name this and put it out there in the global assembly cache. Okay, so that's how we can see it there. Now also we can expand properties over here in Solution Explorer. Just double click Assembly Info CS, and then you can see your assembly version right here as well. And notice it's explaining the various aspects of that version right there. Now let's talk about how we want to go about signing this. Notice I'm going to close this out. If I want to sign this particular assembly with a strong name, I'm going to go to Project and then Properties, and then I'm going to go down to the Signing tab here, or the Signing section. I'll check this box to sign the assembly. I'll choose a strong name key file, and I'll just call this hashing example key file, and then I need to give it a password. Okay, and I'll have to use that to protect that key file, and to open it up later I can change my algorithm if I would like. I'll leave it just like that. I'll click OK, and just like that we should be ready to go. Okay, and so if we build this, and I'll change this to a release version, and we build this project, we build this solution, we have now signed our assembly. Okay, and notice we have a key file right here, and I can open that up and you can see what that looks like. It looks like some of our old DOS. We're actually looking into the binary and hex there, and so there we are. Now if I want to use this later, if I want to add this to the global assembly cache, I have to give it a strong name. Okay, and so the strong name key file did that. It automatically took care of the public and private key in the background and so forth. And so at this point I can now go put this particular assembly in the global assembly cache. Now where is the assembly? Well, I want you to notice I'm going to go out here and let's go into, this will get me close to my projects, and I think I have it out here. Yes, here's hashing example. And so if I go out here and look and go into the bin file, and there's release, notice right here this is my application file. Okay, and so this is going to, notice you can see the file version right there, and so this would be my assembly. So we'll take a look in the next video where we talk about the global assembly cache, on how to put that into the global assembly cache, and we'll talk about that whole process and what the global assembly cache is going to do for us in that video. So that's how you go about signing or assigning a strong name to an assembly.